Hello and welcome to this week's screencast. I decided to do a screencast of the um, Dropbox process, the same workshop that I did for the tech time on Friday afternoon of last week. There was some feedback to also do a screenshot of it. I do have to kind of adjust a few things because I am working solely off of my iPad. So the creation part, I'm just going to kind of assume that you've done and just kind of show you what I've done. So I'm in one of my classes here. And if I go to a event, I'm actually going to go to my calendar instead. So I'm here, and just to kind of go through, when you create an event, in this case I'm going to open an already created event. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm going to create one because that didn't do what I wanted it to do. So when I actually go to create an event, I have something in here. I call it, test assignment. The key thing in here is the more options link right here. Okay. When I create that more options link, it gives me to this full page where I can do a few things. I can choose the file to attach to the assignment, so I can choose the worksheet that I want to give them. It also allows me to create a Dropbox for the assignment. And when I check that option, I get a couple of more. The permit late submissions. I know all of us are like, "Ooh, I don't want to do that," and I wanted to stop them. The thing that I would say is, at least for the time being, you're probably going to want to permit late submissions. If somebody does submit something late, there's a big red late next to their name, so you do know it's late or after when it's assigned. So you probably want to permit that for at least the time being. It's a lot easier than having to go back and undo or allow a submission in a different way. You probably do not want to receive an email submission email alert. That sends you an email every single time somebody submits. You probably do not want that. So in the case that I'm going to upload a worksheet to the assignment, and then when the students go in and actually create the assignment or do the assignment, and then turn in the assignment, which I showed last month, when they turn in the assignment, in this case I'm going to go, you have this long list of things. You'll notice here I have a list of the students in the class over here, and I have a stream right here. This, underneath Brittany, is the PDF that she turned in. She actually uploaded a file. My suggestion is we really encourage and we teach these students how to upload a file, the process of uploading a file. It makes the actual grading so much faster. So we're going to go through that. If she uploaded this file, I'm going to go ahead and click on it and give it a moment to load up. And we see that this is her worksheet with her filled in assignment. They did that in Notability. If you attach a PDF to your assignment and they open that PDF, that will open in Notability and they can write on it without you doing anything fillable. If you see, if I touch anywhere on the screen, I get that open in bar at the top. In this case, I want to open it up in Notability. When I do that, it shifts over and it says, hey, do you want to create a new note, add it to another note, or cancel? I want to create a new note. And here I have created my new note, and it has imported Brittany's work. I go over to the pencil, and then I can grade the assignments. And I can, give it a grade. When I'm done all my annotations, one thing I want to make sure that I do here is I do want to name this an appropriate name, something with the student's name and the assignment that it is. You can teach your students when they upload it to make their file name whatever convention you want it to be. So if they upload something they just need to be taught, this is how I want it uploaded. Okay? When I am done with that, I go ahead and hit share, email. I'm going to leave it as a PDF, and I'm doing email. Now, I have created a contact that is my personal storage space on Finalsite. Okay? I've called it teacher Dropbox, and that's the email address. Everybody has their own personal email address. And I'll show you how to do that when I go back to the website. So I have now emailed this document with the grade to my Finalsite website. If you do not know how to do that, if I come back here to the Dropbox assignment here, okay, and if I was to hit existing file, and then I tap my file twice, you have to tap it twice to actually do it, you get this file manager. Right? And inside of that file manager, you have this upload files button up here. When you click that, you see an email address that pops in. That is your email address. That is the email address to send any document that you want sent to your personal files. If you touch and hold it, you get an add contacts option. When you touch the add contacts, you're going to create a new contact, and you're going to name it whatever you name it. You saw that I named it, Finalsite, teacher Finalsite for me. You can name it whatever you do. That way you have that email address available in your contacts to be able to upload that back to. Once, and it might take a minute for it to actually get into your personal files, but you see here that the Bane Ear 2 has made it into my personal files. So when I come back here to Brittany, so this is she turned it in, I'm going to hit existing files, I'm going to hit my files, and then I'm going to touch on the file that I want to upload. And you'll see that that file came in here. I am going to hit delete from my personal files. That gets it out of my personal files and leaves it attached to this activity stream to the student. If I was to hit submit here, it goes through and it says submission in progress, and then hopefully very soon what you will find is you saw that it popped in right here. That is my graded assignment, my graded sheet back to Brittany, and only Brittany can see this assignment. So that, I'm deleting that entry just because I didn't want to actually send it. So that is how you do a file. It makes it a lot easier if it's a file, because when I'm going to show you as a PDF, it takes a little bit longer. You'll see that here that Chaz has uploaded something with a JPG at the end of it. That means it's a screenshot. When I open that, I get a screenshot of his work. I have to push and hold copy, and then move over to Notability. I have to create a new note, push and hold, and paste. And then when I resize it to make it big enough that I can read, just as I did with the file, I'm then able to write on that screenshot. And sometimes it's a little tricky because it doesn't understand that you stopped. So I'm then able to write on it and grade it, and I'd go through that same process to upload. So that's the general path to grading something and getting it back into their Dropbox. Again, when you're in that Dropbox area, this is only seen by Chaz. This is only seen by Brittany. So not every other student sees all of that information. If you have any questions about any of this, just let me know, and I will give you some further assistance.